All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome to a special Black Desert video. So today they released this thing on the official website, the 10-year anniversary special, basically a statistics and analytics graph of what everyone has done throughout the year. And so I thought it'd be cool to show you guys what I have done and what the server has done as a collective. And you guys can check all of this out for yourself and your own personal ones on the official BDO site and just log in and all that stuff. So with that said, yeah, you're gonna see this under the like notices or updates, one of them, and then it'll be from January 8th, which was today. So anyway, with that said, this came out today and I thought we would look at it together. So your decade of records, and this one is for the solo stuff, like everything on your account. And this one is basically a collective of everything else. So I thought that'd be cool. Anyway, with that said, let's look at the solo ones, basically my account in general. And hopefully it's, good. So my 10 years of Black Desert, well, it's only been out for 8 years on the NA and EU server, but it's been out in 10 years in Korea. So that's where we got it. So NA, let's see. You have been playing Black Desert for 8 years, 10 months, and 10 days. I believe they said it was calculated as of December or something. So, like, it's not through January that we have, but as of that time. You have adventured Black Desert for 26,725 hours. Okay, so there are definitely people with a lot more hours, but I will say that most of my time in Black Desert was active playing and not just like AFKing on whatever. So I would say probably about at least 80% of those 26,000 hours are active me playing the game when doing stuff. So to give you an idea of most people, I don't leave my computer on overnight. And, some people do. It's probably worth doing it now with the fishing buff. But yeah, that's just never been me. I've rarely done it. So these are like realistic hours, more or less. All right, so your characters, you have 34 characters and have played 28 out of the 28 classes. Yeah, you can watch me play through every single character throughout the season and stuff. So yeah, I can assure you I have played every single class, both in Awakening and Succession. Some classes I'm better at than the others, but I've played everything. Yeah, so I've always talked about this in other videos, especially just like, random ones. My first ever character when I started this game was a Valkyrie, and then we rolled off of that one to Dark Knight, and then everything else. So, yeah, Valkyrie will always have a special place. That was my first ever character when I started the game in 2016, and then my main, as you guys know, is Dark Knight. So, played the longest. 20,000 hours on my Dark Knight. That's to be expected. 1,800 hours on Ranger. Yeah, okay. So I was wondering, it's like, why is that number so high? Yeah, that's the hours I set my Ranger to be my fisher. So like when I'm AFK fishing and all that stuff. Yeah, that's why. So I don't actually really know how to play Ranger a lot. I do know how to play it to an extent, but that's about it. Yeah, that's cool. 20,000 hours on my Dark Knight. Highest level, DK main, Wusa is at 64, and then everything else is at 62. I never really felt like I needed to go past 62 because you get everything then. If they do this again next year, my Megu is probably going to be level 63, and then maybe I'll push my Wusa to 65, and then, yeah, that's all that. So basically everything is, I think, at least level 60, and then the ones that I actually play are 62, and of course the main. Most powerful, this is kind of stupid. I'm going to be honest, like, why is this even a thing? Obviously, my Dark Knight's the most geared. Number 2 with the same gear score, that's my tag. And then there's everything else with seasonal gear. So I don't really understand. That's cool, whatever. Your world exploration, 97.744. Yeah, so you have discovered 520 out of 532 regions. That was actually kind of surprising to me. Simply because I thought I've done everything, with the exception of Margoria, which is the ocean, and I know I still have stuff undiscovered, but I also do know it's nothing. So what surprised me the most was Odalita, which I apparently am missing something in there, maybe a node, which, you know, now that I see this, I'm like, oh, dang, I gotta actually go find it. So, yeah, maybe in the future, you guys can help me, because I think I have every node, but I also have no idea where I'd be missing if I was. So, yeah, landed a Morning Light, 46 out of 48. That's actually a little bit surprising, because if I were to guess where landed a Morning Light places that I'd be missing, it's probably in landed a Morning Light 2 on the far left side somewhere, but I don't know where. And Odalita, I have no idea, to be honest. It's clearly something missing. I think I have an idea where it is. Like, you know where behind Odraxia, there's like a place where you can go that there's like no reason to ever be there. And I'm pretty sure it's there, but I actually have no idea. And Morning Light, it's probably part 2. And the Great Ocean, you know, like when you're just exploring Margoria and you go far out and to the left or right, near like Lekrashan or way past Vel, straight up, where the sea monsters are. I guess the saltwater crocs past that one. I think that's where I'm missing. So yeah, overall, that's a good number, right? I would expected that to be like 100% in Odalita, but now that I know, I wish I could figure that out. But overall, not really surprised with that one. I thought the only one I'd be missing was Great Ocean, but I guess we got some stuff to find out. All right, so next, your adventure style, jack of all trade. You enjoyed everything Black Desert has to offer. Yeah, so you guys know when I make those guide videos and telling you guys what to do, it's because I actually know what I'm doing, because I actually do these things. Yeah, you know this wealth thing? I think they said, wait, hold on, where is it? Let me see. Okay, so info compiled up to the 3rd week of December 2024. Yeah, that was a time when Karazad and Sovereign Weapons came out, and literally all my silver was sunk into that. Otherwise, I'd be like, multiply that by about 300 billion, and then I'd have that. But yeah, this was not a good point when I... Basically, every amount of silver I got was vendor crons, and then failing all those. But yeah, for the most part, like, I hope this graph is real. So like when I make all those grind spot videos, the guides, life skill, it's because I actually do know what I'm talking about for the most part. Shared scores, I think that's the musical stuff for Shy. I've never once touched that. Shared customizations. If anyone has ever asked, I somehow shared it, but like, there are a lot of people who do better character creations than I do. Friends 23. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really. Most of the friends that I have on BDO are either other BDO content creators, a few like friends that I've played from other games, and yeah, that's about it. Most of them are generally viewers who send stuff in or content creators. Community activities. Yeah, ever since the Discord came out, I post a lot of my stuff there. So I do give feedback. It's just not on the forums, it's on the Discord. And as a content creator, I can give my feedback directly to the CMs and GMs. So I've always taken feedback from communities like you guys and who are viewing it, and then I've made a list of all the things, and then every now and then, like quarterly, I just kind of send it to CMs and whoever, I guess. But yeah, either way, I don't really post on forums. It's all on the Discord, so that's about it. Contribution, special fame. I actually have no idea what that is, but either way, all right, your quest progress, 85%. This should be 100. I'm going to be honest. You know why? Because they decided they want to do a rework of all the news or all these old zones again. And I can assure you 100% that I've done every single one of them. So, yeah. The fact that they don't count the like older versions of all the main story is kind of dumb, but it should be 100 and it should be like 0.001 of the things because I've done everything. So, yeah, fun game. Wrong statistic. Pearl Abyss. So yeah, interesting. I don't know why they only calculated the new ones, even though you have done the old ones before. That kind of annoys me a little bit because it should be 100. Ataraxian. Yeah, I've done all 3 of the dungeons so far. We're going to get the 4th one soon, TM, and I'm going to be doing that. I'll make a video when that happens. Magnus questline. You guys should be doing that because that unlocks the well and also gives you a free pen armor. So you should do that one. And also, it's just, it's like it was something new at the time. Star's End is, I think, Black Star crafting. And War of the Roses was the dead game mode that we have, like Odalita versus Kama Sylvia. And, like, I thought that was fun, but I've only participated in the actual War of the Roses twice because I don't even remember it, and I'm also busy during Sundays when that happens. So if that goes on every week, I kind of forgot it. Your asset value. You are in the 0.19% of all adventures. So this is 100 million, billion. Yeah, so like 1.8 trillion silver, my account value. That kind of seems low, to be honest. I wonder what biohacks is. This is probably like multiply that by like 50, and then that's his. Your current silver, this one's irrelevant. Like if you were to see my in-game silver now, it's way different. My gear value. So yeah, this is my gear value as of then. Let's see. Based on tradable items, untradeable items such as Karazad, Sovereign are assigned separately into the total. How do you calculate Sovereign and all that? Like all my fails? Boy, if I never failed an enhance, I'd multiply that by like 20 or something. Okay, so your total asset value is 1.8 trillion as of December 2024. I actually do think I've made a little bit of progress in January, and so it should be a little bit higher, but that's actually kind of cool. Statistic of like you are in the top 0.19% of all adventures. That's cool. I guess, you should believe me when I say I know what I'm talking about and stuff. All right, your contributions and achievements. You are in the 0.11% of all adventures and titles. 0.07 for contribution. Honestly, contribution is not even hard to get. Do you want to get it? Okay, just cook grilled bird meat or like the chicken meat you get off the node and then turn that into contribution points. And then you can do the same thing. I do believe the breakpoints are 400, or was it 300? Or I think it's 400. It gets significantly slower past 400, and then after 450, it gets even slower. So, yeah, you are in the 0.07. I've actually seen more people with over like 500, or at least like 480 or something. Energy, 0.19% with 617. That's actually kind of surprising because there are a lot of people who I've seen at least with like 650 energy. So the fact that I'm 0.20 is surprising itself. Obtain knowledge at 6,763. I don't actively go out seeking knowledge. It's kind of more just like me playing the game naturally. So I actually would have thought that this would have been a lower, or I guess higher number. Lower is better, but I don't actively go out of my way for knowledge these days unless it gives me energy. Oh, that's cool to know, though. At least, these are actually pretty good statistics for an 8-year player. Your social style. As a member of the OP Guild, you enjoyed You discovered the joy of achieving greater growth through teamwork. What do I do with my guild? I do weekly boss shrines. I do guild bosses. Honestly, everything I've done with this guild, I've done with other guilds too. And so it's like, cool. Your combat records. To you, a boss isn't just a hurdle. The thrill of subjugation. I actually do like the boss shrines, if that's what it's referring to. Like, you know, the weekly land in the morning like bosses and everything. I actually enjoyed doing those. Sangoon 8 to 10 was kind of a fun thing. Node Wars. Enemies killed 148. Fort destroyed. I assume fort destroyed means you have to be the last hit on that one. Mounts killed. Objects destroyed. This feels weird. This doesn't seem like it's right. Also, don't... Wait. Is that right, though? I have definitely done Conquest Wars. I even have that... What is that title they gave years ago for, like, doing Siege Wars and Conquests? I feel like that number is not right. I feel like I've also destroyed objects, too. Unless this means you have to get last hit on it. Because I feel like that's different. Arena of Solaire, 49 participations. Every season with Solaire, there's something dumb that just makes me annoyed. And then, oh wait, data collected from 2021 to 2024. Ah, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. Gotcha. Black Shrine, 442 clears. I think every week, realistically, I do my boss shrines. I don't always do the party ones, but I do the solo ones every week. That's interesting. All right, your life skills. I'm going to be honest, aside from gathering and hunting, most of these are AFK. So yeah, processing, I'm definitely not at my computer when I'm doing that. Cooking, more or less. Fishing's definitely an AFK one. Honestly, after Guru 1, I stopped caring because, like, that's when you could start refining those lightstone thingies where you can start crafting them. And even then, nowadays, it's not really worth it. But back in the day, I pushed Guru 1 alchemy just to do that. I should probably start pushing fishing more just because it's worth more these days. Cooking, you know how when we looked at the thing over here, what was it? Like, where was it? Hold up. Yeah, like contribution points, you are under 0.07. Yeah, that's because I cook a lot. And by a lot, I mean I cook grilled bird meat, which doesn't give a lot of XP, but it gives contribution XP. Well, if you turn it into byproducts, that is. So yeah, bartering. After I got my Carrack, I kind of stopped caring. I should probably push that to Artisan at least. Sailing is kind of hard to level, actually. Training. I would have thought that training would be my worst life skill, just because I just don't feel like doing that. I'd rather do anything else. It's not bad silver, it's just like your AFK training when you could be doing something else. So once again, like, you know how I said, a lot of this was active playtime. Yeah, that reflects it. Okay, so share your Black Desert records. You guys are going to see the sewer video. That's cool. I'm actually kind of shocked at the asset value. It's like, how are these calculated? Sovereign and Karazad, ever since those came out, I'm pretty sure I've sunk a couple 100 billion silver in all of that, but it's not calculated because, you know, fails are just irrelevant and it doesn't matter. So unless they tell us how much these separated values are, I'm pretty sure my asset value is a lot higher. You own an Nefaria Carrack, one of the best ships in Black Desert. That you mean they are the best ships in the game. 0.09% own Valor. Yeah, I own that one. I don't have any regrets getting to Valor. It's fun. I like it. Even though they killed boat PvP with naval fame, I still have zero regrets getting to Valor. All right, cool. I think that's it for my personal numbers, and that was actually a really good thing to see. Let's see. Okay, so this one is a collective of all the servers. So let's see what it's all about. Okay, regions 256, 38 million adventures. I wonder how many are actively still playing of the 38 million accounts that were made. All regions. Let's look at the only one I care about is North America because that's the one I'm on. All classes, main class. Do I have to click? Dang, Dark Knights are only at 6%. Wait, that's high. What the heck? Class distribution. So most people, I guess the highest number of people play Dark Knight and Lawn. Yeah, I think I understand why. I think we all understand why. All right, so horoscope distribution, Black Dragon. Yo, that's me. I choose this one on all my characters. Yep, that's right. Represent Black Dragon. Everything else is irrelevant. Highest level achieved is 70 from South American server. You know, Korea, I'm surprised Korea came in third when they had 2 extra years. Granted, you know, obviously Game Change Gyfin didn't even release the first 2 years, but like, yo, you had 2 extra years for all of this, and you're in third. Top family fame from Taiwan server. Yeah, NA isn't even there. Top contributors. The go-to problem solvers in Black Desert. They spent ages earning the highest contribution points. Yeah, so you want to know how to get contributions? Buy stuff to cook and then cook it all day. Yeah, that's about right. Titles. I think realistically, after 2000, it's just there's no more benefits after 2000 titles. But you do get like energy or small amounts of XP increases for up to then. Knowledge masters, yeah, I can't be bothered doing knowledge in this game. Like, I unironically enjoy questing in other games, like, you know, for example, ones with a good story, like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls Online. I enjoy questing. BDO, for some reason, I legitimately try to follow the story, but it's just like I couldn't really get into it that much. Like, I enjoyed the later ones, like Kama Sylvia and Forward, but that's about it. Character customizations. Yo, this person on EU, you make good characters. Console NA. Wait, Pearl Abyss tracks the data from console? I didn't know that. That's cool. Regional favorite looks. Guardian. Yep, I know why people like Guardian a lot. We all know why people like Guardian. Sage? Bro, what is this? It's goofy. Dark Knight. Kind of surprised Dark Knight's at number 3. I thought Dark Knight would be 2, considering literally DK's are the poster girl of the game. Draconia, Lon. I actually thought Lon would be higher. Another Dark Knight. Megu, another Lon. Or, no, that's Drac, Lon, Guardian. Basically, if we were to separate all of that, it's basically the same 4. And then, surprisingly, a male character at number 2, which, good for you, man. I really enjoy Sages. Top 5 guilds on NA. Cho, yeah, Digital, Corrupt, Barcode, Vertex. I thought Vertex was, you know, I didn't know they still ward. I don't see them around. think Cho died. Like, the guild still exists, but I don't see them warring much. I'm pretty sure Digital is like number 1 now, and then Corrupt and Barcode are 2 and 3 on NA. But I don't know. Like, I don't really follow Siege that much. Battlefield champions. What, like Red Battlefield, or are we talking about PvP? Like open world? What are we talking about here? Oh, this is probably Node Wars then. I don't follow that one too much. Nodes occupied. Top 5 guilds. It's different if you Siege versus Node Wars because there's actually, you know, different objectives. Masters of Solaire. This means like 9,000 times you've played Solaire or 9,000 kills in Solaire? What does that mean? Battled the most? I assume that means like times you've played it. So like every queue. So this person basically only plays Solaire. That's cool. Black Shrine enthusiast. Total death count. Yeah, I can see that. Some of the shrine bosses are like way overtuned versus others. Honestly, as much as I like doing Black Shrine bosses, it's one of those things where I'm just like, once I get mine 5 for the week, if they made an overall leaderboard, you know, that's like a lifetime that can show you everything, I think I would care more. But it's like, oh, your weekly progress gets reset at the end of the week. It's no point in me trying anymore. So like if they added an like, you know, a weekly leaderboard and an all-time, I think I would care more and probably do it. Total quests completed in all regions, that is million, 10 million, 100, 10 trillion. I see. NA does not even come close, apparently. L. Worldwide treasure inventoried. Rich merchant ring. Yeah, this is something I kind of want to go for in 2025. Like, it's one of those things that do I need it? No. Is it nice to have? Yeah. Krogdalo Sanctuary. I wonder how many of these are from the free one, because people had 2 out of 3 and just got it. Ebenruth's Knoll. I can understand why this one's a low number. It's from sailing, and sailing isn't super popular, so I'm actually kind of surprised. That's a big number. 12,000 people with the telescope. Archaeologist map. This is also something I kind of want to go for in 2025, and I got the compass. Dude, this compass was the huge pain to get, and I legitimately feel bad for some people. Like, I put in 500 hours to get all 3, most of them being the Elton piece, but I think realistically, of all of these pieces, what order should you go for them? Probably Rich Merchant Ring at number 1, Telescope for number 2, Krogdalo Sanctuary 3, Archaeologist Map at 4, Compass at 5, and Knoll 6, unless you only do sailing. So Telescope allows you to teleport to someone else. Compass teleports people to you. It's like, you have a compass, you are the Uber. If you have a telescope, you just port to someone else. An Archaeologist Map, it allows you to go to town and back, so that one is kind of helpful and useful. Rich Merchant Ring puts a 5%. So basically, you know how you get taxed 15%, right? Or 15.5, whatever. It chunks off another 5% of that. So you basically make more silver every sale. So yeah. For all of you who are endgame 300 plus, Telescope is worth going for. Families with all the treasures. Where's NA at? Do people really have that many Ebenruth Knolls? I assume. Okay, so here's the thing. I think a lot of people have 5 out of the 6. The Ebenruth Knoll being the dumb one that is just really hard to get. A lot of these are actually really obtainable. super easily, minus the null. So I think if they had another graph of people who have like 5 out of 6, these numbers would be significantly higher across the board. I think obviously the null is stopping. Let's see, on NA, who are these people? Do I know any of these? I have never heard of any of these players. All right. Gurus and all life skills. Yeah, I'm pretty sure sailing is just actually tough. They need to boost the base rate for when you're exploring, which they did, but they need to boost it again. Fishing is an AFK thing, so is cooking, so is processing. The first 4 are AFK. Hunting is active. Gathering is active. Bartering is just, same as sailing. Farming. After Master 1, there's really no need to push it. And you're limited daily, so it's kind of tough. Training, I'm not surprised. You really have to like training to get it to Guru. And wait, training is this one? Oh, trading, okay. Yeah, trading is kind of dead. I hope Royal Workshops actually kind of fix that and they tweak XP. Top 3 life skillers. G70. Holy, okay. What do people make with alchemy? Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can figure that out, but it's like, are you just crafting harmonies and selling it for profit? I think so. Top gatherers. I'm pretty sure this person gathers on all like 34 characters. That's how you get Guru 56. Oh, wow. Korean players really like hunting. Huh. It's interesting. Because at least here on NA, you have to be pretty high up there to make a decent amount of silver with hunting, but wonder why. Interesting. Top crafters. That one is just like, how do you like playing the game, or do you leave your game on and AFK and then play while you're playing the real game? Top fishing. This number is going to go up a lot next year because of the buff and everything else. How is someone Guru 50? I don't think anyone likes farming that much except for these people. Sailing is one of those things you really have to enjoy doing as well. And same with bartering. Console players do not care about bartering. Holy. NA is just in the middle. Yeah, I kind of see that. Like, here's the truth of all this. Bartering makes you about 1 billion silver a day if you do all of that. Maybe more with the buff now. But like all of that will take you a couple hours every day. Or you can do all that while grinding in an hour. So the hard truth is bartering needs buffed. You can't put a price on art. The most expensive masterpiece. Oh yeah, I think that was the thing when they had the auction in the summer event of last year, and then people could bid on like the things people made. I'm pretty sure someone just hit you know how you could bid on that? Someone just put their entire bank account on this one and bought it. I mean, if it's a one-of-one item, sure, there's really no value in that, but I could think of a lot of things that I would spend 120 billion silver on. And it ain't that. Most pit-a-pat moles. Wait. I've had 7? Like 7 in 1? I'm pretty sure I'd have like 15 of them in my video career. Carracks in the world. Yeah, I think this makes sense. So advanced, people have this one simply because it's cheaper than the Volante and Valor. And people chose Volante because it's faster. People do not choose Valor anymore because boat PvP is dead, but it does make, doing your dailies easier. And balance is just kind of trash, I'm going to be honest. So I think these three are good. Balance, unless you're getting a huge discount on it, it's probably not it. But yeah, I think for most people, Advance and Volante are the ones to go for. Valor, if you just like doing dailies. Most Carracks. What does that mean? Oh, joint, as in like two people have the same. Someone has 17 Carracks. Why? Like, what? I guess someone just really likes Carracks. Total mythical horses. Yeah, this data makes sense because the Ardunaut was the one that came out first, followed by Unicorn and then Doom last. So these are in order of release date. So of course people may make the ones that came out first. Yeah, this makes sense. And also this is a good data point because this is the one you should be getting as your first tier 10. Total Celestial Pathfinders, 24,000. Yeah, yo, I'm one of them. Let's go. The horse with the most deaths died 875. Yo, you know that caution ability that no one uses? You should use it. Like, you in particular should use it. Okay. And town with the most residents. I'm actually surprised Tidal is number one. I would have thought Velia would be number one simply because it sells Reblath, and that's the best way to go for all of that, like enhancing and everything. So most people who enhance is in Velia. Heidel used to have green gear, and then they took it out of the game. It doesn't sell Reblath anymore, so I'm surprised it's close. I would have thought Velia would be number one by a long shot. Plus, it's the starter zone that you go to first. And then Calpheon is just really nice, but there's just nothing there. Like, nothing important that you would need every day. Most activated nodes, Bartelli Farm. That's the chicken node one, right? Northern Guard Camp. That one's probably Timbers or Saps. I'm pretty sure Timbers. And these are ores. Most beloved NPCs. None of these ring a bell. You know who's the most beloved NPC? The blacksmith in Velia. That's the one everyone talks to if you enhance. I'm surprised. Who are all these people? Most unpopular. I'm not even surprised these are Valencia because no one likes going to Valencia. Neruda Shen is the most popular. You know, okay, if I had to guess, like, if I didn't know this number, I would have thought the Velia blacksmith is the most popular. The Heidel blacksmith. Igor Bartali, because you just have to talk to him no matter what. And or Fugarb, the seasonal NPC. I don't even know who this is. Rock Post NPC. Why? Who is putting Amity into this? Highest Amity with an NPC, 20 million. Helena Light. Isn't that the Calpheon NPC? Tecthon. That's the Heidel NPC, right? Heidel Blacksmith. This is the Calpheon, like, Parliament person. Adventuring Spirit. Workers, maids, pets offer. Workers, yeah, because you don't spend real money. Maids, because some of you guys get this for free too sometimes. And pets are, more paid. Someone has 693 maids. Buddy, how much is that? Yo, hold up. Let me... Okay, so a maid is probably like $10 on average, right? Buddy just dropped like $7,000. Obviously, they go on sale too, so it's like sometimes it's a 2 for 1 or something, and so there's probably roughly around like $4,000 or $5,000. That's a lot. Ain't no one needs that many maids. I can assure you that. Top societies. The greatest feat of adventures. I didn't know there was no friendless cap. So you can have like 2,500 friends. That must be annoying, actually. Like, do you even talk to these people, or are you just letting world chat like, yo, add me? Yo, is that Mr. Rapalus and Chris Poley? Yo, these don't count. These are content creators. Of course everyone adds them. I don't know who this is. Is this a content creator? I don't know. So yeah, so streamer, YouTuber, Chris Poley, Mr. Rapalus. Mr. Rapalus is kind of funny. I like watching his videos, actually. I don't know who this is. Are they a content creator? Total music scores? Yeah, I've never once touched that. I have no idea where to start. All right, well, that's it. That was actually pretty fun to look at, actually. All the statistics and charts of everything for this year. That was fun. Anyway, with that said, that's all from me today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.